Hi everyone and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making meatball lasagna soup. So let's get started. It's really easy and delicious, and you can leave in or leave out whatever you don't like. So in a bowl you're going to need 1 pound of ground meat. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of milk, a 1/2 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. You're going to need 2 cloves of minced garlic. And then you're going to need, for the actual soup, 3 cloves. So I did it all at one time. I'm just going to add a little bit to this. Okay, just put the rest over there. We're going to do 1 egg. A small onion. I'm probably going to only use half of this because I did, well, maybe a little bit more. I'll just put it all in. We like onion.
It's just
like I
flavoring.
said, yeah, like I said, you can't screw up soup. All right, and then you're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, but believe it or not, I actually used a whole one. It's gone. So I'm not putting it in. It ain't going to make that much of a difference. So let me make sure we got everything in. We got 1 pound of ground meat, 1/2 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup of milk, 3/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, small onion chopped, 1 egg, 2 cloves of minced garlic. Now I'm going to bake mine in the oven because I don't like them fried. They seem to get too dry. So we're going to mix this all together. You're going to have your oven preheated at 375. You're going to have a pan lightly sprayed just so in case our meat has very little fat in it, it won't stick. We're going to mix this really good. And then I'm going to make mine into really tiny meatballs. I wouldn't do too big of a meatball because it's soup and you want everything to be able to fit on a spoon. Just make sure you mix this really well. Alright, now I'm going to start making my meatballs. That's really easy. I'm just using this little scoop, cookie scoop. And they're like bite-sized. They're perfect, see? And we're just going to line them in here. And we're going to bake them for about 15 minutes. Don't over-bake them because they're actually going to continue cooking in the hot soup. Alright, now we're going to move on to the soup part. In a pan, I'm going to add, very, very little olive oil. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to cook off some of this tomato paste and I don't want it to stick and burn. The reason you're going to cook this tomato paste for about 1 to 2 minutes is to cook out that flour taste. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And I'm going to cook this on very low because it will burn quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this on. I'm going to keep moving it around the pan once it gets warm. Just put it in that oil. Now you can double, triple this. You can do that with soups. They always come out really good. So I'm cooking this on about 5 on my stove. And I'll watch it so it doesn't burn. Once your tomato paste is cooked down, you're going to add 3 cloves of minced garlic. And you're only going to cook this until it's fragrant. 30 seconds to a minute, that's all it's going to take.
Because remember, it's going to cook in the soup.
Yeah, and you don't want to burn it. As soon as you start smelling garlic, it's done. All right, once you start smelling your garlic, you're going to start adding all your ingredients now. Now you're going to need 25 ounces of tomato basil pasta sauce. I'm just using up what I have here. I'll add a little bit of the okay. Okay. Then you're going to need 28 ounces of tomato sauce. If you like chunks of tomato, you can use the petite tomatoes in it instead of the sauce. It's all up to you. I don't like
the crushed tomatoes. Or
no, the
tomato?
petite tomatoes. Okay. And by the way, my meatballs did take exactly 15 minutes.
And she wouldn't let me sample them either.
All right, you're going to need, let me see, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 to 2 teaspoons. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon. I'm not real big on a lot of salt. And then you're going to add 4 cups of chicken broth. One of these containers is 4 cups.
32 ounces.
Right. You're going to bring this up to a boil. And once you bring it up to a boil, then we'll add our noodles, okay? All right, I had Jack taste this, and he said it was a little bland. So I added about a palm full of Italian seasoning, and I added about a 1/4 cup of Cabernet wine. You don't have to, it just gives it another depth of flavor. Now, you're gonna need 12 lasagna noodles broken into 2-inch pieces, but I found these broken up lasagna noodles at my grocery store. And you're gonna put them in to the boiling pot. And we're gonna cook these, we're gonna turn it down to simmer. And we're gonna cook these until the noodles are done, about 10 to 13 minutes. All right, once your noodles are done to your likeness, if it looks too thick at this point, you can add another 1 to 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm gonna add a little bit more to mine because it's a little bit on the thick side for me.
I don't think so, but I'm just a camera operator.
And we're gonna stir that in. Oh, that looks better, much better. Okay, I'm gonna stir this in, and then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. This is gonna give it its creaminess. Stir that in nicely.
Come in and take a look.
Just want to get this all mixed in really nice.
It really smells amazing.
Okay, now at this point, I'm going to add my cheeses. You can either add them to this, or you can just top the individual soup bowls with your cheese, okay? So I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of Parmesan. I'm just using what I had, it's grated. I'm going to do a 1 cup of mozzarella. And I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of ricotta. I have a little bit more, I just want to use it up, so I'm just going to pour it in.
That's going to make it creamy too.
Yeah. Now once you have your cheese in there, we're going to put in our cooked meatballs. Oh, dropped one on the floor.
Dibs.
Okay. Stir those in.
Look how thick and rich that looks. Oh.
It smells delicious.
I've been saying that.
Okay. Alright, so we're just going to mix this in, and it's ready to serve. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.